morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. Welcome back yet again to another video and to another story. And I'll be your host for the day, and Fami Shrafer is my name. One thing that's very much clear and evident to date is that these people are still obsessed with Harry and Meghan. They are still in denial with the fact that Harry and Meghan left. Meghan is better than Kat. Meghan is better than Camilla. Those are some of the terms that they don't want to accept or come to terms with. Why am I talking about this? It's the fact that GB News came about with a poll. And they are still dragging Harry and Meghan to eat. What I was super surprised, even after them conducting the poll, Harry and Meghan still topped against William, Kat, Charles, and Camilla. That one only explains it all. These people need to stop being delusional and adjust or come to terms that they can never win over Harry and Meghan back. And should also accept that Harry and Meghan are better. Speaking of better, for theirs it's always perfection. Everyone knew this one was gonna come, but I thought at some point they would just, get done with it, because we are sick and tired of having to deal with the same thing every now and then. They try to copy paste, they try to kind of bring their own polls, but of course the internet never disappoints, and the internet has the truth set out. Something is fundamentally wrong when this age-old imperial family is running a who is best, contest with each other. Such infantile and needy behavior so relieved Harry and Meghan have stepped away. Like, it's so crazy, because they are basically fighting amongst themselves. Because I'm always like, this is a one-sided battle, because Harry and Meghan are far away from dealing with this. Harry and Meghan are far away from dealing with this. This is a one-sided battle. They always tend to want to include Harry and Meghan in everything they say or they are planning to do. But for Harry and Meghan, they're minding their own business. They don't have time for, such trash. In quote, somebody said, why is a woman who left the UK over 5 years ago, has not been in the UK in nearly 3 years, doesn't attend anything in the UK, and received no taxpayers' money even on this ridiculous poll? Meghan has moved on. Time the media need as well. They need to move on as well. They need to come to terms and accept the truth, the reality that, Meghan and Harry left, and they are at a better position right now. They don't have to deal with all this immature polls day in, day out. There is an article, weird, it's 2025 and they are still conducting popularity polls on Duchess Meghan. So apparently someone thought it would be a good idea to commission a YouGov poll on the popularity of individual British royals last week. They are taking pains to say the poll was conducted last week because there was to emphasize that the poll numbers are not being juiced as published for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex looking happy, healthy, and well laid at the Beyonce's concert last Friday. But yes, Harry and Meghan's names were included in the factor polling, even though they left the island over 5 years ago. Breaking news, miserable people are still miserable about Harry and Meghan, and I'm not surprised, because literally their lives depend on Harry and Meghan. That's why they always have to trash on them. They have to do whatever it takes for them to get some clickbait, because it's always Harry and Meghan on the picture. What do you think? What do you have to say? But I'm just like, these people are insane. And their obsession is just something else on another level. They need to understand that Harry and Meghan are unmatched. Other than a few Heathrows layover, Meghan has not stepped foot on that island since September 2022. Her children have not even, been on British soil since June 2022. These people need to let it go. She is done with being yours to abuse. She is done with being the left behind scapegoat. Enough. If you argue that Harry's favorability matters when it comes to his, larger security issues, then good news. You agree with the clerks of Harry's case that his security was withdrawn over superficial reasons, and we've let go of that. Because Harry himself, he's not ready to continue fighting. He said it by himself on that particular BBC interview. He's done fighting this particular battle. So at this particular point, I bet he's just like, whatever comes, comes. He will continue working wherever he goes with his own high-end security. The fact that the royal family can't consider him as a child of that particular soil. It's very devastating, frustrating, disgusting to always have to watch this particular some people hate on people who are not hating back. So much invested on other people's business who are not invested in them. I don't know what you think, but I find that so absurd. The fact they're screaming and throwing up about when this poll was taken shows they anticipated it's a bad look and there was going to get dragged. And I'm just like, it's hilarious. It is hilarious. It's 2025 and the Daily Mail has again gone back, to the beginnings of what they used to do back in July the year 2016. It's insane. It's a high time they move on. It's a high time they adjust to the reality that Harry and Meghan are living their best lives, minding their own businesses, healthy now more than ever. That's very much clear. And the truth stands, or the truth remains, that Curtis and populism applies to William compared to how Harry and Meghan are in the global scale. That's one truth that they have to deal or adjust or come to terms with. Somebody said all these polls prove is that the joint media stroke parlors and Sussex, especially anti-Meghan smear campaign, wars and is successful. For decades, the monarchy has been recognized as having the most ruthless and effective PR machine in the world. I speak as a Brit who's not, and I'm just like, Brits are now voicing out. Britons are voicing out because they don't see the need of having an institution that does not serve them right. They don't see the need of having a monarchy that rarely does anything for them to, earn that particular tax-funded money legally. And that's why day in, day out, whenever Charles, Camilla, William, Kat show out there, there's always that percentage of people, chanting and just, shouting to the loudest top of their voices, saying of how abolish the monarchy, done with the crown, not my king. And I'm just like, what other more reaction or confirmation do you guys need to come to terms that the UK doesn't need you guys anymore? I don't know what you're thinking. At times I'm just like, but you guys can do better. You better step down, because even the Brits themselves are tired of having an institution that does not work. My perspective. Let me know some of your thoughts in the comment section, and can't wait to see you guys in our next more and more videos to come.